Nice.
Long range shooting. What does that mean to you? A 300-yard shot, a 500-yard shot, a 700-yard shot, a 1,000-yard shot, beyond? You know what? I think that if you want to become a good long range shooter, you're going to need three things. First off, you're going to need an extremely accurate rifle. What does that mean? That means you need a rifle that can shoot sub 1-inch minimum of angle groups or even less. What does that really mean? That means at 100 yards, a 1-inch diameter circle, you can put 3 rounds in it on a consistent basis. That's an extremely accurate rifle, and you're a good shooter when you're doing that. That equates out to a 1,000-yard shot. What you're able to do is you're able to shoot 10-inch groups, which is inside the kill zone of most big game animals. Second of all, you're going to need a fantastic rifle scope, one that's extremely clear, one that's durable, mounted well, and I think Nightforce scopes makes one of the best long-range rifle scopes on the market today. On top of that, the third thing and the most important thing is you're going to need a ton of practice. You know what? It's just like owning a Formula One race car. Just because you've got one in your garage doesn't mean you can go out there and compete with the best. It takes lots and lots of practice, and when you do it, you earn the right to try to harvest animals at longer ranges. Today, we're going to show you how Nightforce and their ballistics calculator on their website has set it up to make it extremely simple for you to get a great long-range scope. The rest, getting the gun and the practice, is going to be up to you. So I'm at the Nightforce homepage right now, and I'm going to show you how to use the Ballistic Reticle calculator to go in and see what data you need to gather to put all of this information together so you can order the appropriate scope. And if you've already gathered your data, I'm going to go through the entire setup, and I'm going to show you how to calculate it and then how to print out the page that shows you what scopes are available for you to order, as well as the appropriate sight-in distance for you to make sure each one of those hash marks out to 1,000 yards is the most accurate and best for your specific setup. All right, we're at the Nightforce Optics homepage. Down here is the velocity calculator. We're going to click on here, and it's going to take us to a page that's going to tell us we're going to need our bullet's ballistic coefficient, our bullet's weight in grains, our confirmed muzzle velocity in feet per second, and atmospheric conditions. And now we're going to begin calculations. This is the default page that if you use their general data that you're going to go ahead and accept that. We will have the ability to change that in the future, so hit accept here once you've read it. And you have the choices here of custom ammunition or factory ammunition. Obviously, if you're a hand loader, you're going to go with custom ammunition. If you're a factory ammunition shooter, let's try over here first. Okay, pull over here in your manufacturer and brand. Scroll down through here and see if your manufacturer and brand of ammunition that you shoot is here. If your ammunition that you shoot is not here, do not get alarmed. Go back here to our previous page because this is the situation in what I'm shooting. I'm shooting Barnes Vortex ammunition, which is extremely accurate, and I'm shooting a 300 Ultra Mag, and so I'm going to go in here and change my caliber into 30 caliber 308. Okay, my bullet weight, I'm shooting a 180 grain Barnes tip triple shock bullet, so I'm going to scroll down here and get me plugged into a 180 grain Barnes tip triple shock bullet. It defaults to a different bullet, so we'll pull this down, and here is my Barnes tip triple shock right here, which has a bullet coefficient of 0.484. And we know that our muzzle velocity from our shooting at the range yesterday is 3,384 feet per second. And now we can hit submit and go to the next step. All right, on this page, we're going to gather our atmospheric conditions. Where do we do that at? Basically, I like to go to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration site. You're able to put your own city's information in here, which we've done. We've done Cedar City, Utah. And down here, it's got the elevation of town, which is 5,627 feet of elevation. I, however, did take my GPS out to the range, and I know the specific altitude at my range is 5,883 feet of elevation. We're able to gather our humidity information for today, and the day we went to the range was a 41-degree temperature and 48% humidity, real similar to what it is today. We go back up here to our Nightforce reticle calculator. I know my altitude, temperature, and humidity, and I can click to modify data. Okay. My altitude where I was at yesterday is 5,883 feet of elevation. The temperature was 41 degrees. The humidity was 48%. And now we're going to click to show reticle, best reticle and available scope options. Okay. We're looking at the Velocity 1000 reticle, so we're going to show detailed results over here. All right, this is the results page. Let's take a look here at the top portion first. Based on all the empirical data we put in here, the Velocity 1000 UHV.5 reticle is the one that's going to work best for our setup. And these are the 6 different part numbers and different variations that's going to work for us. When you print this page out, this is what you're going to take to the store and hand to them once you make your decision on what item you're going to buy. All right, let's take a look at the bottom portion of our results page. This is available in either minutes of angle over here or inches with just a click of a mouse. And what this is telling us is this, based on the results of the reticle that's recommended in scope for us, it's going to tell us the bullet drop from 100 yards all the way out to 1,000 yards with a 200 yard zero to tell us where each one of our subtension reticles is going to hit. But what's even better with this is, based on all of this ballistic information and empirical data that we've input over here on the right throughout this system, is it's telling us that an optimum sight-in for this gun, our bullet, our altitude is 165 yard zero. And if we do that, our subtension reticles from 100 yards all the way out to 1,000 yards is not going to be off any more than a ½ minute of angle. That is absolutely fantastic, and every one of them is going to be in the kill zone of an animal with enough practice. What we need to do, get our scope mounted up, head to the range. All right, now that you've got your scope in hand, your precision piece of shooting equipment, it's time to marry the two together. Rings and bases. You know what, just like with your Formula One race car, you're not going to put cheap wheels and tires on that thing. You're going to end up in the wall somewhere. We want top of the line bases and rings for our setup here. The Nightforce rings, they don't need to be lapped. They're built specifically for a 30mm tube. They are ideal. Okay, any 1913 Mil-Spec base will work. We've chosen the Nightforce 20 that's got 20 minutes of built-in angle already set up and is ideal for our current setup. We've also mounted it, we've got benches here, we've got inch-pound torque wrenches, we've got levels, we've got bore-siders, and we've also got the knowledge of what we're doing. If you don't have that, make sure you get your stuff to a gunsmith so they can set it up specifically for your setup. You'll be happy to know you bought your product at Sportsman's Warehouse. The professionals that work there that do this for a living, they're going to be able to go ahead and mount it and bore sight it and get you ready to go to the range. Right now, we've already done that. We're ready to go to the range. Let's go work on our 165 yard zero. Right, we've hit our gongs all the way out now past 700. The true test, if the setup is totally dialed in, we're shooting out to 1,007 yards. Let's see if we can get her done. Hey, that completes our testing. 165 yard sight in, puts all of our subtension reticles on target out to 1,000 yards. Couldn't ask for more. Absolutely a fantastic scope. Hey, Sportsman's News is going to give away one of these great Nightforce scopes in the very near future. All you need to do to register, log on to sportsmansnews.com, become a member of our forum, and comment on the Nightforce scope. It's free. Register. You could be one of our lucky winners.